What's up, everybody? I got off of work a little bit early today, but I want to give you guys a chance if there's a few people online if they want to jump in on this before I just get into what I wanted to say, because I had some stuff that has been on my mind and I've been talking to a lot of people with stuff lately. So um, I know a lot of you guys know that there's a pretty massive opportunity that I've got coming on right now, and my chance basically to get out and back in racing, back on bikes, and having that be a part of my life again after everything that happened in the last few years. But there's a lot of things, a few of my friends know this for a fact. It's when you live every single day where if you're ever caught off guard and you're daydreaming, it's because you're thinking about racing or cars or building cars or engines and turbos and nitrous. And Devin knows for a fact exactly what I'm talking about, because him and I, that's all we ever talk about is racing nonstop. So I've always been about it. You guys know that. So it's just the fact that all this is coming at me so fast and all at once, and everybody's on board. It's been a lot of nerves, honestly. I've been anxious about it because it's such a big deal, and it's not like a car where it's a lot of the stuff that I was into is just drag racing. You're straight line as fast as you can go, and then it's done. This is twists and turns, and you're on a bike, and you get on a back straightaway, and you're doing 140, 150 miles an hour before you come into the next turn, and you're in a group of people. It's not just you next to somebody else. And I actually was reaching out to a guy that I recently got in touch with that's actually helped me spread a little of this out, but his name's Mike Petrosini, and actually he lives just outside of Detroit. He got a hold of me through Facebook, just like a lot of these people have. And I was kind of explaining to him how I was feeling about it all, and he told me that he's like, you're in good hands with Ula. He goes, listen to her and let her help you bring on the speed slowly. He goes, remember that tense is slow, and relax. Remember that you're on a perfectly smooth track on a bike set up to do what it does best, and it's basically what he calls a dream ride. You can't get any better than that. And he's like, I know you're nervous, but that's going to give way to joy once you start riding. And he said, remember, regardless of everything else, this ride is for you. And that was yesterday, I think, or the day before. And that pretty much helped me kind of center myself again, because, like I said, it isn't just me or another person and just out having fun and driving around. It's all out. You're racing. So I was also kind of scrolling through today, and I found another thing that I asked him if I could share it because I wanted to make sure it was his work and everything, so I gave credit where credit was due. And so what I read today, I had to write it down because it's kind of long, but it said that there will be many times when you feel like nobody else understands or embraces your dreams or your goals, your mission, and your purpose. During these times, you must be able to rely completely on yourself. It may feel hopeless and as if it were futile, but nothing could be further from the truth. Your potential is immeasurable. Your worth and value are infinite. When you tap into this truth, you begin to evolve above and beyond 10 times as strong. If it is within you, and I challenge you to begin looking into how much you can become and accomplish when you realize how infinite your power really is. And that was a new friend of mine, actually, just met him a few days ago. His name's Chris Forbush. And I asked him before I shared it if I could, use it, because it's his work. He wrote that this morning. And it really hit me when I read it earlier today, and I had to kind of take a minute and kind of be by myself for a second, because a lot of people don't understand how it is to live with this kind of stuff when racing. And racing is my example, but with anything that any of you guys' dreams or goals stuff, and it's hard to explain, honestly, because you don't, it's like, yeah, there's your normal everyday things where you're at work and you're doing your job and you get everything done, and then when you're on your way home, even though there's like music going or there's traffic and everything else, but you're still kind of daydreaming even though you're not. It's hard to explain. And I know that this is a huge deal. This isn't just about me anymore. I mean, I have my girlfriend, Liv. We've got the kids, my career, family. Of course, mom, she's worried because it's how you got hurt. Now you're going back on bikes. You're going to be racing. And above all that, you're going to be on the other side of the world doing it. At least this week or the week that we go. And I'm just really grateful for the people that have actually reached out to me and kind of helped me get centered again. And just to really, really see the support that I have that is out there. And, you know, it's with all the people that I know that have been sharing and helping me get all this stuff going. And it's just really intense, honestly. And I don't know, like Liv was saying in her live the other day that, you know, they're about 9 hours ahead. So 8 or about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock rolls around our time, and everyone else there is getting up for work and getting going. So my phone's blowing up from 10 o'clock at night until 1 o'clock in the morning. And then I'm asleep, and then I'm up at 4:45 to get up and get ready for work so I can make it up to West Valley in time. And my entire morning up until I get to work is catching back up on the 75 different messages that I missed from the team, explaining, or even just they're exactly like me in every way. Like we're just constantly back and forth making jokes, and it's already feels like family even though we haven't even met any of these people yet. And I think that's really what draws everything in, is seeing the commitment and the dedication on their end. And they haven't even met me yet in person. They just know who I am as a person from what they've read, from what you guys have said when you guys are sharing posts about me or sharing things that Liv and the girls and I are doing. So, I mean, this is a big deal. This is a huge opportunity, and I can't really say it enough. There's a lot of emotions when it comes to racing. I mean, there's the joy because you're out doing what you love to do. You're on a bike or you're in your car. And like my sister and her boyfriend this weekend, even though it wasn't racing, they were out in a place called Tail of the Dragon. And there's something different, and it's just something you're born with or you're not. But when you're in a car or you're on a bike and you're taking turns, you're hitting apexes, and it's just heel toe shifting up and down, hard on brakes, into corners, around the bends, through everything. And then you get to the end, and it's kind of it's not, the whole time you're doing it, it's just you're in the zone. Nothing's bothering you. It's just, I don't know how to explain it unless you're born with it or unless you live it. And even just every day, just messing around in my POS WRX that I drive back and forth to work every day. Yeah, I mean, going around roundabouts or just being an idiot in your car. It's just how it is. You just live it every single day, every moment you're awake. And just like the Labor Day weekend, I got to go play with some fun little UTVs that are making as much horsepower as my car. And it's just having fun with everybody else that's in the same element. You're either a driver or you're not, or you have too much money and you're going to hurt yourself because, just like I keep saying, you're either born with it or you're not. And to have the chance again to really take advantage of something that I grew up with and get back into doing it is, like, I can't even explain the feelings that I have. It's just incredible. And again, just all you guys' support, everything that you've done for me so far. And I think Liv was mentioning, Liv is a godsend for all this shit because social media, not my thing. I mean, I can share posts, I can tag people in it, but with basically networking everything and help me share it and deciding who to reach out to and how to do it and when to do it and the best times and everything else. I don't know anything about that. So everything that we've got going on so far is because of her, and I love her, and she's amazing, and she's been so supportive of everything that we're going through together on this because it's big. I mean, it could change everything for my life coming up, and it I don't know. I'm just kind of in my own little bubble right now. So again, I appreciate everybody for what you've done so far. I think we're about a third of the way there to being able to make this trip happen comfortably without really putting heavy stress on our whole situation financially. and I'm going to make this happen one way or another. It's got to be done, and I'm going to be there. And so far the dates that we have set are October 5th through the 12th, and it's pretty straightforward. Show up Sunday sometime, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all days at the track, basically testing, getting a feel for the bike. And just like Mike said, he said that you're in good hands with Ula, and listen to her, and she'll keep bringing the speed. So that's my plan. Get out there. And Ula said hopefully it's pouring rain, because just to be frank, and I'll quote you on it, everybody that's racing, most people, they're afraid of the rain. They're pussies. And she learns in the rain. She races in the rain. She's not afraid of it. She trusts everything completely. She's an engineer. She understands everything about the tires, what they're capable of, and how far you can push it, and she does it, and that's why she's a world champion. So having that opportunity to race with a world champion who is no bullshit, who is straightforward, who has told me everything I need to know and everything I need to hear, and has helped me through and stay level-headed with all this because of how freaking massive it is. I honestly couldn't ask for a better mentor or teacher, and somebody to really begin a new journey with if it comes down to making this my life, which is what I've wanted ever since I was little. So hopefully maybe that quote that I shared from Chris will help somebody out if you're feeling in that position right now. And like I said, always reach out to your friends, because you guys have all been there to help me out, and I appreciate it. I'm going to jump off of here, but I'm going to end up sharing, I'll put the link to my fundraiser I've got in the comments in case anybody wants to see it, or if you want to just take it right from there and share it for whatever, for me into your groups and help me get it out as far as we can. But yeah, I just wanted to chat with you guys for a second, kind of let you know that on top of all the, all the amazingness that this opportunity is, it's there's a lot of nerves involved with it, because it's a lot of speed, and but it's a track. It's a perfectly prepped track on a perfectly built bike doing exactly what it's meant to do. So all it's left to do is get on the bike and go. And every day it gets closer and closer. So thank you guys. Like I said, I'll share the link in the comments, and I appreciate y'all.